consequence. What do you mean by this? Students always wait for feeling confident or becoming confident to go ahead and start their preparation. But the reality is that you start your preparation, you do it properly for some days, then you will feel more confident. Confidence is always a consequence of what you do, and you have to understand that it keeps on fluctuating because of what you have done and what you have not done. So if you ask me, you should not worry too much about confidence, or if you're still waiting for the day where you'll become confident and start kicking out things, then that will never happen. So my strong and sincere advice to students is start with the preparation, improve it step by step. You'll see that your confidence levels will automatically improve. Slightly confusing, right? Let's take an example of a cricket match. When a batsman walks in, when he is facing the first ball, he would not be at the top of his confidence. As he starts playing for more time, as he starts scoring, as the scoreboard keeps ticking, you'll see there is a change in confidence. And if you compare any century, the second half of the century, after the half century is done, will take lesser balls than the first half. Again, he is not starting with confidence. It improves as he bats longer. Similarly, you cannot start with absolute amount of confidence on day 0. And if you take the baby steps, after first few days, 4 days, 5 days, you'll improve your confidence. And from that point, it keeps on picking up, and you'll reach a stage where confidence no longer matters. You are not bothered by the presence or absence of it. And the same happens with the best of the cricketers, where they start playing with confidence from ball 1 itself. Hope this clears your questions and ambiguity and confidence. So stop waiting for confidence, start doing. Automatically, you'll become confident sooner or later. Thank you. Five-step preparation framework. What do we mean by this? The first step starts with the mindset. We call it the super student mindset. The next step is in explaining each of the steps in detail. The first step, super student mindset. It all begins with the mind. Every student has to come with the right framework of mind in order to go for this 4 to 5 month long preparation journey. And there are certain things which have to be negated, and there are certain things which needs to be picked up. So what exactly are the elements we'll be discussing further, but mindset is where the foundation for the preparation starts. Next comes routine. When I say routine, the moment you wake up till the moment you sleep, it is important to ensure each and every part of your life and each and every hour of your life
Namaskaram and a very good afternoon. I hope this is a phase where most of you would have reasonably done with your preparation. I understand that most of you are actually tensed and you have a very long night to go. That is the reason why I specifically mentioned good afternoon, since because your night is still a long way to go. All of this are quite common. I just say any exam, the last 30 months, it's complicated. It's not just about CA. Any given exam, it is always the case. If you remember, this is what you would have went through even for your class 10 exam. This is what you have went through even for your class 12 exam. This is something which is quite common. This is something which always happens with most of the students. Now, how do you evaluate yourself? Or how do you decide whether is this stress fair enough or not? Is the stress manageable or not? Simple. You just have to go back and check your color coding tracker. So that exactly is your dead report. If you see more red than green or more red than green and orange, then definitely that's a very difficult indicator. And for this set of people, we have already told you that reduce the scope of the preparation, reduce the size of the preparation so that you can handle minimal content in the remaining days. Because one thing which we cannot add right now is the additional time availability in terms of the quantum of time available. We cannot definitely add it. Nobody can add it. But what can be done? What can be done better is that quality or the efficiency or the productivity. So for that to happen, for that to really work out properly, you need to reduce the size of the syllabus, right? So pick up A and B and try to master it, try to go through it multiple times so that any question which comes from that, you can answer it comfortably. As I said, it's the 3 question rule. If you're not in a position to attempt all the 5 questions properly, focus on 3 questions. That might take you. This is the best chance for those set of people. Reminding people who have been in preparation since the last 4 or 5 weeks. If you're in active preparation since the last 4 or 5 weeks, we have another 3 more weeks to go. 2 months of preparation is extremely good. No matter what you have done or what you have not done, 2 months of preparation is extremely good. And please do understand that all we have to score is 40 in a given subject. In some comfortable subjects, we'll definitely score a bit more. But 40 is the minimum score which you are looking at, and that will happen in your toughest of the subjects. So there is no point in going through that multiple times. There is no point in worrying about it too much. Okay, so the best way to handle stress from now is not to deal with it. And as I said, the simplest way to avoid this, the simplest way to eradicate this is cut off the outcome, cut off the expectation of the outcome. Don't expect yourself to get a particular outcome. That is, if you have to think about a result, you have to think about 3 months in advance, 6 months in advance. Only when you're thinking about the result 3 to 6 months in advance, then you're eligible to say that I want only pass, I want only one rank. Now is not the time to change the result altogether. But having said that, there is a good possibility to get your expected outcome. So instead of wasting your additional time in creating more and more artificial stress in your mind, calm down, relax. Only then you have a better chance. This is what you have to understand. No matter what exactly is the problem coming from your side, this is the solution. Be ready with both the outcomes. The moment you say that to your mind, you'll feel a lot more comfortable. You'll feel a lot more clear in your mind. Okay, so we'll start the session with day end revision. So we are going to revise whatever you studied from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. in just 10 minutes. So keep your eyes closed. I want all of you to keep your eyes closed. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Revise everything you studied from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Now let us move on to the next slot, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Time for the examination slot. Revise everything you've done from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Last 30 seconds to revise everything you studied in the examination slot.
Yes, sir.
Next, let's move to the evening slot, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And finally, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now let us proceed ahead with the box breathing technique. Readjust your seating position, spine erect, head straight. Start inhalation. Inhale further. Keep inhaling for 10 more seconds. Now hold your breath for 10 seconds. Start exhalation. Exhale as slowly as you can. Now stay in the Shunyaka position. Relax for a few seconds. Now let's do a 30-second round. This is going to be intense. Start inhalation. Inhale further. Keep inhaling. Inhale for another 20 seconds. Now stay in the Kumbhaka position. Withhold your air and stay in the Kumbhaka position. Stay there for another 20 seconds. Start exhalation. Continue exhalation for another 10 seconds. Now stay in the Shunyaka position, the last step, the most difficult step. Stay in the Shunyaka position for 30 seconds. Another 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds. All right, relax your breathing. Relax your breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Now let us do a quick visualization. Now we have around 3 weeks left. So 3 weeks, 21 days is a symbolic representation to change anything. So if you invest 21 days in the right direction, you can change any habit. And then this 21 days, you can convert your probable failure into potential success. That is quite possible. And how are you going to do it? Simple. 10 hours per day, 210 hours or 200 hours. If you invest 200 hours in the right direction, you can easily score anywhere between 60 to 80 marks. 60 to 80 marks is the addition which you can do in the next 20 days. Even if you're stuck at 140, 150, still you have a lot of time. Still, you even have the 1 point per day before the exam. Only by optimizing this 3-hour exam, we can score additional 3-4 marks. So if you look at it entirely, you still have a fantastic chance. It's not just about what has happened so far. What matters the most is what is going to happen from here on. So visualize that you are going to have a productive day every single day. Every single day you are having a productive day. You are having a great start. You're having a great takeoff. And you're having a safe landing. Mom in the morning, dad in the evening. You're able to complete 40% of your syllabus in the first 3 hours. You're having a very productive time after your breakfast. Since you have your energy burst, you're able to use the next 2 hours. And now that we have had a fantastic examination session practice, we have been continuously studying for 3 hours at this time. So this 2 to 5 p.m. is entirely sorted. 2 to 5 p.m. is completely clear. So 2 to 5 p.m. should give you a lot of boost because many people cannot use this slot effectively and that will affect their examination also. So you have a fantastic position over there. Finally, 6 to 8 p.m. is dedicated to revision and writing, the raw module, revise and write, revise and write. And as you keep doing it, it is serving multiple purposes. You're able to consolidate what you're studying during the day. You're able to write. You're able to write for some time, which will give you the practice, speed, the efficiency, the presentation capability. Each and everything is getting covered. So this way, your day is going through multiple blocks, which is helping you to improve your performance, which is necessary for you to go ahead and clear the exam. So since you're consistently doing this and since you do this for the next 3 weeks, the essential result will definitely become the desired result which you're craving. So you can visualize your score sheet, your mark sheet, you can visualize the dream scores, and you can visualize on the day of the result. On the final day, you can quickly visualize that you're entering your hall ticket number. You are tensed, you're crossing your fingers as the page is loading. And finally, when you first saw this 4 letters, you did not bother about the mark, you just saw the 4 letters. And then when you looked at the marks, you're surprised because they are strikingly closer to you, closer to your dream mark sheet. That has happened with most of our LA students. That will happen to you also. All you have to do is utilize the next 3 weeks for it. Now start rubbing your palms and gently place them on your eyes. Keep looking to your eyes. Keep looking to your palms and slowly open your eyes with a smile on your face. If you're able to visualize what you want, if you're able to see what you want, you can definitely realize what you want. So that is going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and more importantly, it's a matter of your perseverance and patience. You have been extremely patient till this point, so you just have to ensure you maintain that patience and perseverance for the next 3 weeks. That's about it. Clear? So whenever you feel stressed, one option is you can do the box breathing, which has 4 stages. Or if you want a faster outcome, or if you want a faster relief, just start exhaling. You can do it now. Just exhale. Do not inhale. Just keep exhaling. Just keep exhaling continuously. Short sniffs. Exhale. 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 Continue exhalation till you get exhausted. Getting it? It only takes 15 seconds. You're completely relieved. As I told you, stress is a hormone, stress is a chemical, happiness is a chemical, everything is a chemical. This chemical can be treated with oxygen. How exactly you alter your breathing is what determines everything. Yes, it's actually Kapalbhati. So without any complication, with just 15-20 seconds, you can get things in your normal state. Once you come to the normal state, then you can think about the next steps. If you're not in a normal state, you cannot take any solid decision. Make sure you always maintain a state of equilibrium. You do not need confidence, you do not need a lot of courage. Just ensure you're in a state of confidence, state of equilibrium. That's it. Once you're in a state of equilibrium, then you always have choices. If you're stuck, if you're going down, the only direction is further down. Okay, so your entire effort to stay and come back on the level of equilibrium. That is what you have to do. That is what you have to focus on the next few weeks. Is it clear? Is it working? You tried it? See, without doing anything, if you keep coming back and saying that I'm stressed, it's pointless. You're creating stress. You're not looking for a solution. You're trying to create a comfort zone, thinking that you are continuously stressed, and that will give you some relief. That will give you some exemption from studying. Don't do that. You're only messing up your thing. And please don't seek some random comfort. Don't get into the self-suffering zone. And don't get into the self-sympathy zone. Simple stress. You get stressed, you can get de-stressed. That's it. It's a simple mechanism, right? When you can get stressed, you can get de-stressed. When you can get stressed without external support, you can definitely get de-stressed without external support. So you just have to travel back the same path. That's it. All right. So now I'll share the screen. We'll just look at what has happened in the last week. You're supposed to fill your tracker. So we'll look into the tracker and we'll see what else can be added there. Here, able to see the screen? I think I lost you. Yeah, let me reshare this. So it is doing the working notes much before you write the answer will actually save a lot of time. Just by spending 3 to 5 minutes, you'll save at least 30 minutes. Yeah, I think most of you are mentioning the same. Yeah. Okay. So the sketch which we are talking about that has to be done, and please understand you need to have 10 hard-coded rules. It's no longer a question of discretion. It's not that I'm saying some gyan and then you're thinking about utilizing it. If you're not implementing, nothing is going to change. Please understand this. We have said it enough number of times. We have went through multiple cycles. Now it's a clear-cut choice. Normally for your mind change is a bit difficult, so it generally doesn't accept. That is the reason why I'm making you to change much before the exam. That is the reason why we are trying to incorporate the changes much before in advance. Okay, so this is what has to be done. I think I have already shared you the list of things which has to be done. Hope you are implementing this. This has to happen all the five. Only when you implement all the five, you'll clearly see some improvement in your score. Okay, this has to happen quite clearly. And I hope you are not revising any new topics, right? We are not studying any new topics, so you have to focus on only what has to be done. Unless you're starting very late, unless you're not done anything, then I told you the plan, the institute revision material and all. That is something which you can do, but normally you just have to focus only on the topics which you already done. And I want rest of you to do the color coding. this is important, guys. This sheet, please go back and do the color coding. All of you, why are there so many blanks? So do the color coding. So the paper one, even if there is a change in the order, even if there is a change in the order for your respective paper, there has to be color coding clearly done. Otherwise, you cannot take clear-cut decisions. Okay, so it's not about doing; it's all about reflecting what you're doing. So once this is done, this has to be color coded. You can do it on a daily basis, or you can do it at the end of the week. But this has to be clearly done. Clear? So all of this thing needs to be color coded properly. Finish off this. That's it. See, we reached a point where if you implement the top five things, you can clear. Now the question is, are you going to implement it? Now your mind keeps seeking new information just for the sake of excitement, but implementation is boring. Implementation is difficult. That's what you're failing to do. I could see that very few people are actually implementing. Even after saying 5 points in the morning, you're not implementing in the evening. So that takes you to nowhere. That has to be completely rectified. Rest of you, please go ahead and do the color coding right now. Why is it not yet done? Please do it right now. I'm sharing the link once again. Yeah, complete the color coding of the first exam. I'll share you the sheet. All right. So today I wanted to mention one thing very specifically. You need to increase the speed of execution. Everything you are doing, try to do it at 1.25x or even 1.5x. If you do it in 1.25, 1.5x, you'll be surprised to see that your quality would not drop. The quality would not drop to, let's say, if there are some YouTube videos, even if you put it in 1.25, you don't even realize that it is running in 1.25. So you have an I would say untapped potential of this 0.5, 0.25, which will give you this additional 30, 40 hours to you in the overall cycle. So this 200 can become 250. Make sure you just do it fast. It's just that you are just being lethargic in terms of your physically and mentally. Just increase the speed. Just increase the speed. Just get that energy. Look in sprints. Focus only on those 2, 3 hours. Close and have a fresh start. Close, have a fresh start. Don't let the laziness or lethargy sink in. Okay, so the next 3 days target is to do everything in 1.25x speed. Even if you don't add additional topics, that's fine. First, increase speed. Once you increase speed, once you stabilize the speed, then we can see what can be done with additional time. But right now, even if you want to sleep early, sleep. But the question is, increase the speed. The speed is very crucial in examination. Once you get everything, that additional speed, let's say you know 70, 80 marks in the question paper. So definitely speed will help you. You know only 20 questions, 20 marks. Speed won't matter because you have 3 hours in EBS, right? So this today's takeaway is only the speed, and the other one is start doing the breathing practice very aggressively. Okay, exhalation every time, and focus on getting back to normalcy. At any point of time you feel abnormal, get back to normalcy. Don't get into excited mode directly. Get back to normalcy. Not feeling well, just feel well. Just get back to normalcy. Get back to normalcy. It takes a lot of effort, and it's part of the exam game. It is going to happen multiple times. You lose your confidence, you'll kind of slide down, then get back to normal. Get back to normal. This is exactly how things have to go. Okay, get back to normalcy. Improve your speed in the examination. Follow the 5 tips which has been given in the examination in the last tracker. Fill the tracker, color coding, and all of that. To do more of this very properly, very clearly. This examination, I want to see things far more clearly. I want to see the improvement from the last time. As you proceed towards the examination, which actually means that it is going to become more and more reality. So this exam is far more realistic than last exam. Next exam is going to be realistic than the previous 2 exams. Okay, you're moving towards reality. So by 21st, I think, as we discussed multiple times, 21st November is where everyone will understand. Are we going inside or not? 14th, probably you had a chance. After 21st, you also know, right? Only 10 days. So it's difficult to change things very significantly. So get and reach a vantage point by the end of this week. Call it. And don't worry too much about timings. Just keep pushing yourself harder. Don't create emotional luggage. That's about it. Just don't create emotional luggage. As long as you're doing things properly, as long as your things are going in the right direction, that's okay. Don't think, okay, I'm sleeping less, I'm eating less. Don't get into that. Whatever it is, body will adjust. Body has a huge accommodation power. If you look at soldiers, they won't sleep. They stay in the snow. They won't eat. A lot of it. They're also young kids like 26, 27. But body has that capacity. You're not using it, so it has unlimited capacity. So slightly push yourself, no harm in that. As long as your mental strength is clear. If this is not strong, you'll fall sick. You'll go through all kind of nonsense. So fix this, then body will start cooperating with you. All right. So I want all of you to update the tracker which I have shared it to you. I want all of you to please update the tracker. I want it to be completely color coded because that is where you can help yourself or I can help you. Only when I can clearly see the insights. At any point of time, it has to be done. It has to be done. Build the habit of doing something regularly and on a consistently basis. Cool. All the best, guys. We'll meet once again on Thursday. And make sure you do the day end revision properly. Now we are doing in the session, but even otherwise, that should be the last thing you are doing. Since we have done it already, skim through tomorrow's portion in the next 10 minutes and you can go to bed.